began to say to myself, God, maybe I've been living a lie. Like I'm not living, this is not my identity. The values that I operate from, they're probably my dad's. They're not mine. I did it because he would validate me if I did. And that was the defining moment for me that I began to embark on a journey. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I was going to change my life around. And that led me down a path of learning how to get out of the problem into the solution, to resolve the root cause to limiting beliefs that had impacted my confidence, self-esteem, my ability to make better decisions, take calculated risks, follow through, and shifted my behavior and communication from being a codependent and a perfectionist to being interdependent and trusting the process, controlling what I have and what I know and focusing only there, and letting go of everything else beyond my control, letting the results be a byproduct in the moment of trusting that process. So I shifted my thinking from a fixed mindset, past and future, triggered by fear, to being to a growth mindset, being in the present moment. So I changed my whole, I implemented a daily routine and began to change my way of thinking to become, to do, and have different and better results. And that's been the last 24 years of my life. Well, I think for myself, it goes back to that experience, Hugh. My personal experience was I grew up codependent. I had a mother, wonderful mother, but she was a perfectionist and everything had to be done perfect. And if it wasn't, she would do it for you.
Yeah.
So a lot of times there were a lot of things I didn't have to do because my mother would do it for me. And thus, while that sounded that was a good thing at the time, it really wasn't, because it didn't allow me to really, how could I get better at something, or trust myself that I could have the confidence to do that I could, and that, that I could learn and grow and solve problems. So these things were problems for me growing up, especially when I became an adult and I started working in the real world, because I was codependent. And so being a codependent and a perfectionist, now going on that complete opposite polar side of everything, is interdependence. And that is being independent. Yet what the difference between independent and interdependent is, you are being a resource and an example for others daily, excuse me, through your communication, through your behavior, through your attitude, through your emotions, and through your action, for people to do for themselves. People who are independent may do those things, but they're not sharing through example and not being resourceful to help people do for themselves. They're just keeping it for themselves. They don't maybe care. So that's where interdependency comes in. And this is, in my opinion, what can solve a lot of the issues and problems that you have in marriages, issues that where parenting, there's issues with parenting, issues in communities, in businesses, politics, the list goes on. We have a long way to go, because again, we've been repeating these patterns for centuries, ever since man has stepped foot on this earth. Nonetheless, it's my commitment to be that voice through speaking at industry events, speaking at personal development events, working both the nonprofit and the for-profit side to help bring this message out, to create awareness and for people to, decide what that means to them and to take action with it.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting that you've landed the plane on interdependence, because when you look, and it's no accident, when you look at your life, and this is what I just see looking in for the few minutes I've had with you today, Chris, a codependent relationship with your mother, but really a very independent relationship with your dad, in the sense that maybe you weren't independent, but you were forced to be, because he was very independent, going out there, sort of living a lot of life by himself, probably outside the home, working, making money. And it wasn't in a way until his last moments in life that some interdependence came, when he shared with you, because a lot of ways, the way I understand interdependence is, there's got to be a relationship involved, or a series of relationships, or a web of relationships. And in a way, we've got our own ecosystem of our own life, that's made up of interconnected relationships that all have to be in harmony in some way for you to survive. You could, in business, it's good to have, you don't have to maybe have a business partner, but you've got to have relationships that work. You've got to have the right relationship with your wife. If that's codependent, it's problematic somewhere as well. Thank you, Chris. This has been fantastic, very enlightening today, and let's help more people build interdependent lives.